What up, though? What up, though, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Chopping It Up with UncleChon, the podcast. I am your humble host, UncleChon. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here again for your entertainment purposes and hopefully your edutainment. Now, the first thing I want to do as usual is kick a little black fact for you. In the year of 1886, a foundational black American by the name of Robert F. Fleming Jr. created the guitar. And Robert F. Fleming Jr. created the guitar in 1886, and we immediately took that bad boy and have been tearing it up ever since. You know, if you think about some of the best guitarists who have ever lived, you're thinking about one Jimi Hendrix, you're thinking about one Prince, you're thinking about Ernie Isley, you're thinking about B.B. King, you're thinking about just countless of great guitarists that come from our lineage. So we salute Brother Robert F. Fleming Jr. for creating the guitar. Thank you. Now, I want to talk about something I saw in the news. One of my pet peeves. Self-checkout machine. Or the self-checkout register. I hate them. I refuse to go to them. If I go to a store and the only thing is open is the self-checkout, I usually leave because I ain't no motherfucking cashier. They don't take nothing off for using them. And I seen in the news that since Trump's great economy that he has going, that theft has picked up due to usage of the self-checkout machines. Yeah. Theft is picked up because of the self-checkout machine. And you know what? It's funny because I used to always joke. I'd be like, if I'm going to have to check myself out, then I ain't going to scan everything. And when they catch me, I'm going to be like, hell, I ain't no professional cashier. I didn't know. I didn't know I was supposed to scan everything. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So now they say theft is picking up because people are not scanning all their items. Can you blame them? Fuck a self-checkout. You got a self-check, self-bag, and they take nothing off. You should offer a discount if I got to do my own work. Because you're saving a whole lot by not hiring somebody. You got one old-ass person that you're underpaying standing up there monitoring like 10 self-checkout registers. Y'all trying to beat the system, and nothing ever goes down. When you cut corners, what goes down? Huh? Nothing. It always goes up no matter what, and you got more excuses for it going up. Oh, we got to pay people and we got to buy insurance and all of this. So, you know what? But guess what? You put the fucking computers in and they don't work half the time. And then people decide when they get hungry, well, hell, I'll go up here and act like I'm scanning some shit and keep it moving. And now the stores are mad I say, if you are made to use self-checkout, steal as much as you can. Take as much shit as you can get away with. Because they ought to have a cashier and a bagger. Because as much as y'all charge for mostly fake food nowadays, lab created shit that doesn't cost nothing to make, obviously, and all the artificial bullshit that's in the store, you ought to be able to hire some people if you wasn't so goddamn greedy. Everybody wants to make money selling products, but you don't want to pay people to buy it, so they got money to buy it. Where the fuck do y'all think that the customers are going to come from if ain't nobody got no money? That's what I don't get about a lot of these oligarchs and rich billionaires and trillionaires and shit. How they want to keep everybody broke. Who the hell do you think's going to buy stuff if everybody is broke? Hey, that's something, I don't know. I guess they ain't thought it out that far. Let's just get everybody broke and we be the only ones with money, and you're going to hire a bunch of broke people to protect your ass and to clean your house and to drive you around. Okay. See how long that works out for you. But hey, what do I know? Just a black man in America. I don't know nothing. Shit. Well, listen. What I want to talk about next is why is it that America spends so much of its time, effort, money on holding down and containing and controlling and killing and everything terrible to so-called 13% of the population? Huh? Why is it that America spends so much of its resources to do evil and keep black people in America, foundational black Americans, down? Now, if you're a white person, and let's say you're down on your luck, you probably thinking, what are you talking about? Black people are getting everything. You a goddamn lie. You know better, really. Let me tell you something. They claim we're 13% of the population. First of all, that's a motherfucking lie. And if you believe that, then obviously you've never traveled anywhere. Because I've traveled, I've not been to all 50 states, admittedly, but I've never been anywhere where I ain't seen no black people. I have never been anywhere. I was in Kansas City, Kansas. I saw black people. I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, seeing black people. And it wasn't like I was looking for them. And it wasn't there like I was there long. There's way more black people in it. Listen, they would not spend all the resources that they have, the prison industrial complex. How in the hell do 13% of the population fill up half of the prison? That's almost as ridiculous as saying that they transported over 20 million slaves from Africa to here on some wooden ships back in the fucking 1800s, and they can't do it now.
Huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you don't really know, we're probably at 20% of the population. They always want to tell you that your numbers are lower, so you feel like, what can you do? It's only 13% of us. And half of them ain't shit. So what the hell? Because the propaganda machine against black folks has been one hell of a, if you think about the people who have benefited from the bad propaganda, you know, the news, the police, the court system, every immigrant that comes into the country that wants to open up a business, they'll let them open up a business. They'll give them money to open up a business in your neighborhood, but you could get 20 of your neighbors together and they won't give none of y'all shit to open up a business in your own neighborhood. I saw, and this was a few years ago, I saw a undercover, I guess what you call it, experiment or whatever, where they sent in a black couple who had excellent credit, good jobs, everything in order, into a bank to get a business loan, and they were denied. Oh, they was talked too nice and ushered out the door with nothing. And they sent in a white couple who were unemployed, and they gave them a $100,000 business loan. You see, when you see shit like that, you already know that the deck is stacked against you. The deck is stacked up against you. And white people will sit up and tell you, oh, no, you black people are getting everything. Because to them, you getting anything is an affront to them. When you get a job that could have went to a white dude, that's racism. That's reverse racism. The only way that you can get a job is DEI or affirmative action, and we all know there ain't no black dude getting no DEI and no affirmative action job. When? When do we got shit? If we was getting so much DEI and affirmative action jobs, you know how many brothers would be doing a lot better? Only 10% of the U.S. population makes $100,000 or more. And what percentage of those do you think is black people? Come on now. And that's why Kevin Samuels, when he was trying to tell these women, you know, not that many men make over six figures, and what makes you think they're going to want you, you know, but hey, whatever. But they spend, listen, for some of you people who are not as old as me, in 1988, a rap group by the name of Public Enemy came out with an album titled "It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back." And that is literally true. It takes a nation of billions of dollars, millions of people to hold us back. We stay rent-free in these people's minds. Most of the people who hate black people the most are never around any black people. They never around any black people. If you don't want to be around black people in America and you're white, that is the most easiest thing in the world. What it is, and everybody, you know, because I swear I have, as a young man, I pondered why do these people hate us so bad? What did we do to them? Like if you go over to somebody else's shit, whether we were in Africa or whether we were already here, and they came from where they were and came to where we were and started fucking with us. And from there, you hate us every step of the way, and we haven't done shit to you. And I used to wonder why. Why do they hate us? We ain't done shit to them. They done everything to us. The reason why they hate us is because they know that if they don't hold us down, if they don't unalive us off, if they don't use psychological warfare on you, think about, and what I mean by psychological warfare is the images that they allow you to see. They'll allow you to see a young black person laid out on the street for hours after the police gun him down unarmed. They'll allow you to see that, to put that in your mind. Hey, you get out of line, this could happen to you next, nigga. They allow you to feel pressure by making sure that you don't have the things that you need in your neighborhood. They make sure that you're in a food desert. They make sure that anything that you get is higher and less quality, including your education and everything else. And then they deny you whenever you do break through and make it anyway. They find other ways to discriminate against you and hold you down. And then when you get into a position where you're doing okay, they fuck with you every step of the way. Ask any black person that's in corporate America how they get treated by mostly white men. Ask them. They have to basically bite their tongue, bite their lip, take blood pressure medicine, and hopefully they have one or two other people who look like them to empathize with and try to protect each other. These people spend all of their resources and time and effort, so much so that that's all they think about. I remember years ago, I was cool with a white dude, and he literally admitted to me that when his family, that's all they talk about is black people. When they get together, the subject always some kind of way goes to black people. Why? We don't talk about y'all like that, even though we should, because you're the cause of most of our problem and grief. If it wasn't for, like, if it wasn't for the system of white supremacy that white people set up, everybody'd be happy. I guess except for the white supremacists. The white supremacists. Be the only ones that ain't happy. Because you wouldn't be in the front. Because we're better than you. Yeah. Oh, you, UncleChon, that's racist. Oh, God damn it. I'm saying that if you have to spend all this time and effort and money to hold my people down, it must be because we're better than you. And you know it. Because if not, you wouldn't do that. You let us do what we do, and you have everything fair and equal, and let us compete. And 13% Other people would only get 13% of the jobs or whatever, because how could they get more? We only 13%, right? See, it don't make sense and the math don't math. You see? And I think that when white people, when you get humbled enough to admit that A, you done us wrong, B, you owe us, and C, we're better than you, then, and only then, will you be able to not have everything on earth rebel against you. Because where have you ever been where you didn't bring the worst with you? You don't even care about polluting the earth that you live on, because you think that you're going to escape the earth when you destroy it, when you mess it up enough. That's your plan. But deep down, you know that's not going to happen. Because number one, you don't, even though you hate us and you're kind of afraid of us and you know that we're better than you can't stand to not be around us. You kind of love us also. It's a love-hate, parasitic, symbiotic relationship. But we don't want it. See, because we don't need you. We don't. We don't need you. You need us. Because if you didn't, why you spend all that money and effort and all of that? Why do you do all the gerrymandering and why do you do all that? Why do you set traps to ensnare black folks and trick them into your prison industrial complex? Why do you do that? If black people ain't nothing, you just let us be. And I guess we naturally end up where we ended up. Because it ain't true. Just like most of the things that you've ever said. You don't want real history taught because real history shows that you are the villain of all history. Or most of it. You don't want the truth told because the truth makes you look like what you are. Oh yeah, we know that you ate black people. We know this. We know you fed babies to alligators. We know this. We know you sexually assaulted black women and men. We know this. The truth is already out. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. You don't want your children to know how terrible their parents was, because they might be sympathetic and have a heart. And you want to raise up the next batch of white supremacists. We know that you have erased all kinds of history. Some of us know what the difference between founded and built is. Think about that. When you see a building was founded or you see a building was built in whatever year. See, some of us, most of us, we ain't stupid as you think we are. But we just lay back in the cut because, hey, sometimes it's dangerous to show these people, that you know anything. You know, I just want my people, I want you to think of yourself as not being a small people. I want you to think of yourself as being a big people. Everywhere we go. But we got work to do on ourselves. We're going to have to do something about these damn young folks. They're wasting their energy and they're wasting their time on fruitless things. And if you're going to be afraid to even talk to your children, even though they're in their late teens and early 20s, you still got to talk to them and tell them, hey, God damn it, quit acting a fool. See, a lot of times parents co-sign the shit with their silence, or they sniggling and giggling at it when they see it on the TV. And you know, you got to cut that shit out. Ain't none of that dumb shit funny. And you know they're going to, no matter, listen, it could be a group of wild whitey teenagers and a group of wild black teenagers. And which ones they going to put on the news? See, that's what I'm talking about. Stop giving them ammunition. Talk to these motherfuckers. Find out why they acting out. What the fuck wrong with you? Ask them. You know if your damn child or your nephew or niece is acting foolish, acting cutting up. Ask them, what the fuck wrong with you? See what they say. Have a conversation about it at least. Why? You know? Shit, man. But this has been another episode of Chopping It Up with UncleChon, the podcast. And, yo, this was produced, directed, written, performed, all of that shit by me, Uncle Sean. Peace.